Yes, my friends, things are starting to heat up in Baltimore, and we need to talk about a change that could completely transform the Ravens' offense this season. Ravens fans have been asking for this for years. For the longest time, it felt like it would never happen. But now, everything coming out of training camp suggests that it's finally becoming a reality. Lamar Jackson is being used differently, and that could unlock an entirely new level for an offense that was already one of the most dangerous in the NFL. Some fans believe this is exactly what the Ravens have been missing to take the next step, while others think the offense was already good enough and that this won't make a huge difference. I want to know where you stand. Do you believe putting Lamar Jackson under center more often will make the Ravens' offense even more unstoppable? Or do you think the team should stick with the approach they've used over the past few seasons? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you've been a loyal Baltimore Ravens fan for more than 15 years, smash that like button. Also, type this in the comments: Go Ravens! Let's go to the Super Bowl. Because now it's time to talk about why this change has everyone in Baltimore paying attention. For years, Ravens fans have watched Lamar Jackson lead one of the most exciting offenses in football. Since becoming the starting quarterback, he has consistently shown why he's considered one of the most unique players the NFL has ever seen. The offense has produced explosive plays, creative concepts, and unforgettable moments. There have certainly been areas where improvement was needed, but overall the Ravens have come a long way offensively compared to where they were before Lamar took over. Even with all of that success, there has always been one topic that continued to come up among Ravens fans. It wasn't about replacing Lamar or changing who he is as a player. It was about giving him even more tools to work with. One of the biggest requests from fans over the years has been simple: put Lamar Jackson under center more often. Back during the Greg Roman era, the offense relied heavily on pistol formations and shotgun snaps. Those schemes produced plenty of success, but many fans believed they also limited certain parts of the offense. Even after Todd Monken arrived, there was still plenty of shotgun and pistol usage, with under-center formations appearing only occasionally. The offense improved in many ways, but the desire to see Lamar operate under center more consistently never really disappeared. Now things appear to be changing. One of the biggest reasons for that optimism is the arrival of Declan Doyle. Early comments from the coaching staff suggest that using Lamar under center is becoming a much bigger part of the offensive approach. Doyle spoke positively about Lamar's comfort level, explaining that he looks natural doing it. He pointed out that Lamar has the versatility to operate under center, from the pistol, and from the shotgun, giving the offense multiple ways to attack defenses instead of relying too heavily on one approach. That flexibility matters because every additional formation forces opposing defenses to prepare for more possibilities. When a defense doesn't know exactly what's coming before the snap, it becomes much harder to anticipate runs, play-action passes, bootlegs, or deep shots down the field. Every little advantage matters in today's NFL, especially when your quarterback already possesses Lamar Jackson's unique skill set. Lamar himself also addressed the topic recently. He acknowledged that he hasn't consistently played under center since his youth football days, but he also made it clear that he feels comfortable doing it. Even more importantly, he explained that it has been an area of emphasis early in training camp. That statement matches what several people attending Ravens camp have been reporting. Observers continue mentioning that Lamar has been taking far more snaps under center than many expected. It's no longer something happening occasionally. Instead, it appears to be a genuine focus for this coaching staff. That's exciting because it shows a willingness to evolve. One thing that stands out about this new coaching group is that they don't seem satisfied with simply repeating what worked before. Instead, they're searching for ways to become even more difficult to defend. Rather than assuming last year's concepts are enough, they're expanding the offense and looking for every possible edge. That mentality has created a lot of excitement around Declan Doyle. There has already been plenty of praise surrounding him, and comments from both coaches and players continue reinforcing the belief that he's making a positive impact. When you hear discussions about increasing offensive versatility and then actually see those ideas showing up on the practice field, it's easy to understand why there's growing confidence in his influence. The biggest benefit may ultimately be unpredictability. If Lamar can threaten defenses equally from under center, the pistol, and the shotgun, opponents lose valuable clues before the play even begins. That opens the door for more effective play-action concepts, different running angles, varied passing looks, and opportunities to keep defenders guessing throughout an entire game. Instead of knowing what is likely coming based on formation tendencies, defenses will have to account for a much broader menu of possibilities. That's exactly the type of challenge every offensive coordinator wants to create. The conversation also turned toward Lamar's long-term future, and it highlighted something many Ravens fans already believe. Lamar's success has never depended solely on his speed. While his athletic ability is incredible, he's also a quarterback capable of making plays with his arm. That's an important distinction because it means his career doesn't have to be defined only by how fast he can run. Even as he gets older, there's confidence that his passing ability will continue allowing him to perform at a high level. His athleticism may always be part of what makes him special, but it isn't the only reason he has become one of the league's elite quarterbacks. Another interesting discussion centered around the Ravens' future at center. The question was whether the team should re-sign a center who develops into a Pro Bowl-caliber player or draft another young center early. The thought process leaned toward investing in a younger player through the draft, largely because it would provide a longer-term solution while also reducing wear and tear over time. There was also an intriguing question about whether Baltimore could someday pursue Justin Jefferson. While acknowledging that anything is possible, the conversation emphasized just how far into the future that scenario would be. It's an interesting idea, but one that's simply too distant to seriously evaluate right now. Perhaps one of the most interesting observations involved Lamar's mindset entering the season. Some people have wondered whether this is the most locked-in version of him we've ever seen. The response suggested that Lamar has always approached football with serious focus. What may be different this time isn't necessarily Lamar himself, but rather the coaching staff surrounding him. That's where much of the excitement comes from. The belief is that this new coaching group is equally committed to maximizing the offense, expanding the playbook, and giving Lamar every opportunity to succeed. If the coaching staff remains as focused as the quarterback, the Ravens could take another significant step forward offensively. Everything circles back to the same idea. For years, Ravens fans have wanted to see Lamar Jackson used under center more consistently. It wasn't because the offense wasn't already successful. It was because many believed that one adjustment could unlock even more possibilities. Now, early signs from training camp suggest that this long-requested change is finally happening. If the Ravens continue developing this approach, they could become even harder to defend than they already were. More formations, greater flexibility, improved deception, and additional ways to attack opposing defenses all point toward an offense capable of creating even more explosive opportunities. Of course, training camp is only the beginning. The real test will come once the regular season starts and these concepts are put on display against live competition. But based on everything we've heard so far, there's plenty of reason for Ravens fans to be excited about the direction this offense is heading. Now I want to hear from you. Do you believe putting Lamar Jackson under center more often will make the Ravens' offense even more dangerous? Is this the adjustment you've been waiting to see for years, or do you think another change will have the biggest impact this season? Share your thoughts in the comments because I'd really like to know how you see this offense evolving. And if you're excited about what this coaching staff is building, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Ravens!